Hi, it's Karen DeGasperis with DeGasperis and Associates Real Estate. In Rancho Penasquitos, there's currently 9 single-family detached homes listed for sale. In Scripps Ranch, there's 3, and in Ocean Beach, there's 12 at the time of this recording. So it just gives you a small sample of how little inventory we have here in San Diego and why prices are increasing. Prices increased by 10.7% last year. It's a new year. Happy New Year. And with the new year comes new tax or new changes that affect the housing market for buyers, sellers, renters, homeowners. So we're going to cover a few of those today, as well as some proposed changes for the short-term rentals. So that's been a hot topic for some time, and we'll cover some of those changes as well. Okay, so the first one's related to Prop 19. This was on the November ballot and it passed. Seniors, wildfire victims, and natural disaster victims, as well as disabled persons, will be able to purchase a home and port their property taxes, or they can purchase a new home at a blended rate where you're not going to get hit with as much of a tax penalty as you would have previously. So there's more flexibility and more options. This is great for the home buyers as well, because as they move on to a different home, their previous home would come on the market for new inventory for buyers. Okay, the next one is tenants will have the right of first refusal to purchase a home that they're living in if it's being foreclosed on. So if you're living in a home and it's getting foreclosed on, instead of having to move, you're able to have the option to purchase the home within certain timelines and restrictions, but that is going to be an option for you. Okay, the next one is less restrictions from HOAs. Previously, HOAs could refuse to allow any rental properties in the community. So now there is a minimum requirement of allowing 25% to be rentals. This is going to boost the rental market. And also, if you're a homeowner and you wanted to rent your home out and previously you couldn't, you may be able to now. So the downside of that is that instead of those homes coming onto the market for sale, they may be available for rent instead. So it's something to keep an eye on to see how it impacts the market. The next one is an update on evictions. Evictions are happening as long as it's not COVID related. If there is an eviction situation, let's say a tenant has violated another term of the lease, there's special notices that need to be provided to the tenant. So get with your property manager or an attorney to ensure that you are providing proper notice to the tenant. As far as this environment is constantly changing, there's requirements at this federal, state, local level. Even the CDC has guidelines for evictions. So it's just a constantly evolving environment. There's some that are due to expire at the end of the month, but they're working to extend those. So contact an attorney if you are a landlord or a tenant to help you through an eviction situation. Okay, the next one affects homeowners. The Homestead Exemption has been increased to 600,000 or up to 600,000. Previously, the maximum was 175,000 and it was based on filing status. So with the increased homestead exemption, it's going to protect you from creditors in the event that there is a judgment against you. Okay, the next two are if you're selling your home. So if you're selling your home and you have a PACE loan, PACE loans are used for usually solar loans, but it could be also for other energy efficient projects. But if you're selling your home, you have a PACE loan, they will no longer be able to charge you with a prepayment penalty. So this is going to save you money when you go to sell your home without having to pay a prepayment penalty. Also, if you're getting ready to sell and you live in a high fire or very high fire zone, there's a new disclosure that you may need to provide to the buyer. So work with your realtor. Hopefully that's me. But work with your realtor to make sure that you're providing proper disclosures. There's several of them, and they apply in different circumstances. So be sure to make sure that you are in compliance with your disclosures. Okay, an update on short-term rentals. This is a topic that has affected or is being looked at across the country, but especially in the coastal areas and here in San Diego. So there's a proposal that's in draft. They are hoping to get that in front of City Council for a vote in the very near future, and it would take effect on January of 2022. And that proposal suggests a 4-tier licensing system. So 4 different types of licenses. The first one is for part-time short-term rentals, which would be 20 days or less per year. The second is for home sharing of more than 20 days per year. The third is whole home short-term rentals, and they would limit this to 1% of the housing units in San Diego. And finally, there is a carve out for Mission Beach because there's so many short-term rentals there, about 60%, so they would limit that to 30%. Bottom line is that sales are expected to increase as far as volume, and prices are expected to increase. Projections are between 2 to 6%. Even if and when those foreclosures hit the market, there's so little inventory, it's going to be absorbed by buyers that are just waiting for new inventory to come online. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I would love to hear from you. Let me know if this information is helpful to you or if there's any other topics that you'd like for me to cover in a future market update. And as always, contact me if there's anything I can do to help. I'm here for you. Have a fantastic day. Talk to you soon. Bye.